gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my mama's porch tomorrow.
Welcome back to Hold My Breath podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me, as always, the one, the only DTF, Dylan. Also, we got the Corgy here, the big Corgy. Unfortunately, the lad got lost in Texas somehow. He managed to go from the Ohio State game to Texas. Man's lost in the desert right now, so hopefully he can find his way back home. Um, we need him home back for Thursday night football here in a couple weeks at least. So hopefully we can find him before then.
Somebody bring the lad home to us.
I heard he's in deep with the Sharks. His bookie put him out to the pasture. He's in some oil field in West Texas.
God, I love it. Well, boys, we've made it. It is time for week 6, but you know what that means. We've got to go over week 5's bets. Corgi, do you know the records for last week?
0-3 for you. And per usual, Mr. Park was one
Wait,
of three.
No,
Did you say
Or you were
did
two
you
or
say
three?
0-3 for me?
Oh yeah, you were one and
1
three.
and 3. 1 and 2.
Oh,
I
no.
was 1 and 2.
Yeah, I was 1 and 2 as well. Damn, I forgot I took
Oh, the lad was
Indianapolis.
0-3. I knew someone was 0-3. It wasn't me. I don't go 0-3, so no, I know it wasn't me, but it was definitely the lad. He went 0-3. Me, and D man went the same. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
we
all
all
1
went
and
one for
2.
three.
And the lad, poor lad, 0 and 3. So, with that being said, let's add up to the running record here. So we got 3 1 and 2s and 1 0 and 3. That makes a combined. God, I'm horrible. We got 5. All right. So in first place currently after 5 weeks, not including week 1 because we didn't do week 1, but Brandon leads everybody with 6 wins, 6 losses. Corgi in second place, 5 wins, 7 losses. And Dylan and Jason tied for third with 3 wins and 9 losses.
Oof.
The race to last place is widening for you guys to us.
I was gonna say, does the loser have to get punishment, or is he paying for dinner?
I was gonna say, Loki, we gotta discuss that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do something,
Yeah.
especially after we announce the official the wing challenge we're gonna do in a couple weeks on Thursday night.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe during that we gotta discuss so we're all in the same place doing it. We still gotta
Yeah.
do our penalty for last year too.
For what?
The beer mile.
Ugh.
Oh.
Ugh. That's
Yeah,
gonna be tough.
we got fucked with that one.
I'd rather run through Hurricane Milton than do that right now.
Or you double or nothing, and you do
Oh,
beer.
we
5K.
did do double or nothing. That's what's worse.
Oh no!
We lost that week.
Oh boy, that's not good.
It's so bad.
But maybe we can do it where it's not like an actual 5K. We'll just map something out and we'll just chuck some beers at, like the Metro Park or something.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll,
Even
we'll
though it's
see.
definitely not legal, but we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
I've got a park nearby that we can. It's pretty low key that we could do something, do a video.
The
There we
cornfield in
go.
your house does not qualify as a park.
I know. Well,
Is it your
since the
backyard?
lad, no. So since the lad is not here, as we've been doing, we will not be giving our picks tonight, but you'll see them on the Instagram, the Twitter, wherever you follow us at. You'll see our picks as always in the post. But we will definitely jump right into this week's slate. Week 6, we're, what would you say, a fourth of the way through? How many games? 5 games through? 5?
Yeah.
Third.
Roughly a fourth of the way through.
No, I think Corky's right. I think it's a third.
The third. 17 games, you divide 18 divided by 6 is 3. So third. So a little
Well,
bit more than
okay. So we're there. We're almost there. We have 1/3 down, 2/3 to go, 66% to go.
There we go.
Boys, this Thursday, which I would have loved to have done a wing challenge this week.
Oh yeah.
I think this is gonna be a good game. I think it's gonna be pretty hefty. We have the Seattle Seahawks hosting the 49ers. 49ers opening up as the favorite on the road with a 3.5 point spread over under a 49.5 points. I think this is gonna actually be low key a good defensive game where this is gonna be under 49.5.
Yeah, I'm right with you on that. I think this is definitely going to be an under game. It's going to be in prime time under for sure. Um, that spread kind of worries me a little bit because with it being a divisional matchup on prime time, I definitely don't see this being a blowout. Um, I get Seattle hasn't been playing that well. They just lost to the Giants. Um, but something about those divisional matchups just always makes it a tougher game. Teams know each other better. Granted, Seattle, this is their head coach's first year in Seattle, I believe. Um,
McDonald, yeah.
yeah. All I know is I'm not betting on DK Metcalf. Anytime I bet on that dude, he always folds at the end for me on whatever prop I take him, unless it's a touchdown. But I'm definitely liking the under on this one, 49.5. I think that's too high for honestly both of these offenses, especially if McCaffrey's not playing, which I know for sure he's not. Uh, I'm definitely smashing the under on this one.
I like the under as well. I think the 49ers run game will feast against the Steelers, or excuse me, the Seahawks defensive line. They're struggling. Mason anytime touchdown. I like that one. I think Brock will hit his receivers. Ayuk, I think he'll be okay, and I think everyone else will run. I think with Warner being injured, I don't know if he's going to be out again. That'll really be the tail of the tape right there. If Brock can get those dump passes, maybe even Kittle gets an anytime touchdown. I don't know, but I like the under, but I also like the 49ers minus 3.5. I really like that because Thursday night unders keep it rolling.
Now let me ask real quick before we switch to this next game. Who do you guys like to win this game? Because I know none of us even mentioned who we think is going to win this game. Just out of
Yeah,
curiosity.
I don't really have a favorite because I could see both of these teams winning, but if I had to pick one, I
I
really
was
do
going to say you have a gun pointed to your head, a Glock 9 pointed to your head,
um
and you have a ball in your mouth.
I would have to say
Like a pig.
Seattle.
Like who you
Seattle at
choose?
home.
Seattle at home? Okay, okay.
I like San Fran to win and cover the 3.5.
That okay. I like that. I like that. You got the ball in your mouth and you're trying to get that ball out of your mouth with a reward. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool.
You guys are nuts. You guys are nuts. We open up the Sunday slate with another London game. The London Jaguars are actually technically the road team here against the Chicago Bears. And somehow, some way, the Jacksonville Jaguars of London are the dogs. They're the underdogs. This feels like the easiest bet of the week. You're taking the Jaguars in London, right? They open up with a 2 point spread and an over under of 44.5 points, and the Jaguars are underdogs. It seems too good to be true. This is free money. What am I missing here? What am I missing? I think Evan Ingram's back this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ingram makes a big difference in this game. Um, I don't think it's going to be the Jaguars that we got the first 5 weeks. Um, I do like the Jags in this game, but um, I don't know. Something about that money line. I want to take it because they are playing in London. They always do good in London. But I don't know about you boys. I'm feeling that over 44.5. Caleb Williams has been playing good. Jacksonville's defense hasn't been, anything special. Chicago's been getting their run game going a little bit. Uh, I just see this being kind of a shootout, especially at the end of the game.
Okay.
I think ETN gets a touchdown. Last time these guys played was back in 2020. so it's been a while. And the over definitely covered back then, 41-17 in favor of the Bears. I think it'll be a high scoring game. I wouldn't I would be remiss to say I'd probably wake up and watch this game to its entirety. I might wake up at halftime, but since the Clowns are playing at 1, I might just watch it from the get-go and see what the Jacksonville United K team does. And I think Jacksonville takes it. I think that is easy money.
I like it. I like it. Well, I've got the Jacksonville money line. I'm just thinking that's easy money for me.
Also, just some quick stats on this. As of right now, so we're recording this Wednesday night. Only 34% of the tickets are placed on Jacksonville right now. 66% of it being on the Bears. So if you do go Jacksonville, you are betting against the public. So, you know, take it as you please.
I'm fading the public. We opened the early slate, and I would say the early slate here is wrong, but the 1 o'clock slate is first held by yours truly, the Cleveland Browns, being hosted by the Philadelphia Eagles. I have a funny quote to tell you guys today, but listen to this. So we opened the game with a 9-point spread, over under 42.5 points. The Eagles are favored heavily. It's bad. It's very bad. Colin Pulowski, I will name drop him. Kyle Pulowski said, should be an easy dub, and just walked away.
Did he give it to you in an envelope?
No,
Oh, I don't know if I believe it now. If he gave you the envelope, then you know that holds a little bit more meaning.
I don't think this is going to be an easy dub or a dub at all. I think you slam the Eagles to cover that 9-point spread and you just walk away.
I believe there's a chance that AJ Brown comes back this week too.
Devontae Smith's back too.
Yeah. With that being said, though, I'm definitely liking the Saquon props. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick.
Oh, he's gonna
Saquon to
destroy
get
us.
90 plus yards is at plus 125 right now.
Yeah.
I think if the Eagles are going to really put the hurting down on us, it's going to be through Saquon Barkley. Uh, yeah, go ahead and give me 90 plus yards rushing for Saquon Barkley. Or shoot, I might even do the rushing plus receiving yards, 125 plus yards overall, like total yards for plus 175. That might be my prop of the week, honestly.
It's not bad.
Deshaun Watson, anytime interception.
How about plus 2 interceptions?
Yeah, and a fumble.
Ugh, he's so bad.
Oh, if you want a good first touchdown score, I'm already feeling either honestly for the value, I'll go Dallas Goedert, but I think your safe bet's going to be Saquon Barkley. I think he's going to get a huge run at the beginning of the game. I see it in the future.
What's the value?
For first time,
Yeah.
Saquon for first time touchdown or first touchdown score is plus 320. Dallas Goedert plus 1100.
I'm going to go on a little rant here. The 2025 Cleveland Browns, in order to fix this, you keep Kevin Stefanski, you sign Joe Flacco back, you draft a first round QB and develop him, you cut Watson, you fire Barry, you draft an offensive line for help, and most of all, you get DeJuan Jones on Ozempic ASAP. that round mound, he has had the biggest sophomore slump for a tackle or an offensive lineman or any position that I can't even remember.
You schedule him an appointment with the clinic.
Yes. Gastrointestinal division, floor 5, main campus.
You got to get him on that Lizzo.
He's walking on ice skates, and that's just that's not even being nice. Like it's Jed Wills is terrible. They're gonna continue. I'd say probably definitely an interception, but if there was a prop for offensive line, I think they give up at least 4 sacks. They're on pace. I think they're averaging 6.7 a game.
It's gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah,
Is there anything else that we like in this game? I really hate betting against my Browns, but I mean, for the value, I might have to go for it and just try not to. I'll just turn my head whenever we're on defense.
I just think the Eagles are going to cover the 9-point spread. It's so bad right now. Like I don't even enjoy watching your games.
No, it's just straight purgatory. Like that whole Commanders game. I mean, we talked about it on Monday.
Hmm.
Uh, it's just hell. It's hell right now.
It's not even
Uh,
worth yelling at the television anymore. And
No.
it's
no,
it's it.
I turned off the game. I didn't watch pretty much the whole second half. After the Dwami Brown touchdown right before half, where I'm like, okay, 17-3, it could be worse. We just give up a garbage time touchdown to go into halftime to make it what 24-3.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Rough.
that's about the time where I turned off the TV.
I put it on mute and I watched whatever was on CBS, which I think was the
Bengals.
Bengals and the Ravens game.
Ravens, which was
Yeah,
a
an
much better
actual good
game.
game.
Much better game.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to this next great game. We've got the New England Patriots hosting the Houston Texans. Texans open up as road warriors being the favorites. They are favored by 7 points with a 38 over under. We have Drake May, rookie Drake May, starting this game.
What's his over under
Something
right now?
something tells me this is gonna be a very bad game
It's
for
gonna
him.
be a bloodbath. I think the Texans
Yeah.
defense is gonna eat him alive. Their offensive line for the Patriots is not that good.
It's bad.
I
Um,
I picked up the Texans defense in all my fantasy football leagues.
I just picked them up in one league too.
I go, they're gonna get at least maybe a pick six, strip sack fumble, return for six, the defensive touchdown some way, somehow. Um, it's it's not looking good. You're going against the number one passing offense against the 30th. So I think CJ Stroud's gonna just continue to feast. Is Nico Collins gonna be playing? Does anybody
Nico
know?
Collins
No, he
actually
just got
just
placed on IR.
There,
yeah,
okay. I did not
Yeah,
know
which
if
blows for my fantasy team.
yeah,
which
but
for me that thinks that this is going to be a big Tank Dell game.
Tank Tail, yep. And he's been a little injured, kind of banged up the last few weeks. I have him on my fantasy as well. I think he'll feast.
I think everybody's going to have all eyes on Stephon Diggs, especially after the latest news of Cardi B. People are laughing at him in the media, but
Mm, something to prove, huh?
no, I just think that Nico Collins is out. That's their deep guy. All eyes are
Mhm.
going on Stephon Diggs, but then they forget that Tank Dell is there. This might even open up the middle of the field for Dalton Schultz.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could see a Dalton Schultz anytime touchdown.
I could even see the running a Mixon or Akers 1-2 punch. Somebody's going to vulture a TD. I think it's going to be a very high scoring game from the Texans.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see what they come out with about Mixon because he was questionable. He's been out the
Okay.
last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But the 7 point spread just seems a little low or a little, yeah, because I think it should be a little higher in my
A little
opinion.
higher. I'd buy a
Yeah,
point or two.
Yeah, I think when you look at it now, if you look at the line, you can move it. To be honest with you, if I'm being very generous, I would even take minus 13.5 points, which is a plus 194 right now for the Texans. I think they easily win by 2 touchdowns or more.
so I think my comfort zone. I just played with of the spread on DraftKings, which by the way, if you don't use DraftKings, what are you doing? Um, minus 9.5, I think is your best value. So they
Yeah.
just got to win by 10 points. It's plus 124. So not as quite as big of a win, but I feel like it's your safer bet. If you want to move the spread a little bit. I'm looking at the passing props for this game. Um, And Drake May's over-under is listed at 150.5. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But
Those are Deshaun
like
Watson.
part of me wants to say, you know what? Let's take the under on this one. But I think the Patriots are going to be down so bad that they're not going to be able to run the ball at all. They're just only going to be able to pass. So part of me wants to just take the over on this, but at the same time, like I got to remind myself that's fucking disgusting. Why would I do that to myself?
Yeah.
The one
So I think I'm
really
just going to stay safe and go with that 9.5 point spread.
one really nice play PAT's made Fairbairn
Oh, he's been automatic.
over 2.5 PAT's made plus 150. They're expecting them to get less than 3 touchdowns. That makes no sense to me.
What about field goals? Even if by happenstance the Patriots hold them, he's
Well,
automatic.
field goals made over 1.5, he has minus 155.
So if he makes two, yeah, it'll
But
go
like
up.
the value's there if they get 3 touchdowns. I
Three
really think
touchdowns,
they get,
yeah. Especially if you're banking on a defensive or special teams touchdown, he's going to kick the extra point plus offense.
Mhm.
So I would definitely take that prop bet.
You
Yeah,
know what, shit, even give me a safety to be scored. I'm kind of feeling it
Ooh.
this game.
plus 850.
Yeah.
Huh?
Make things interesting. Drake May maybe gets a bad snap, and dives on the ball in the end zone.
So I definitely, on my end, I would definitely buy the half point or the point to make it 10. So I think they win by at least two touchdowns, but 10 will get you safe and get you some green in your back pocket.
Oh, Dylan, don't forget the Cardinals.
What's up?
I think you skipped the Cardinals.
They were 2 games after this one on my DraftKings.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we got the Ravens hosting the Commanders next. This might be the game of the week, in my opinion. I think this is a game to prove for the Commanders, and this is a game for the Ravens to just show who they are, to kind of solidify that they are like the best team in the AFC North. You ask me, this 6.5 point spread looks pretty good. I think it's going to be a tighter game than we think. Over under 51.5 points. They're expecting this to be a shootout, but the Ravens are favored at home. This is very close quarters between the Commanders and Ravens geographically.
Yep.
So I expect a lot of Commanders fans to be traveling to Baltimore. Um, just looking at this game, I like the over a lot.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a decently high scoring game. Um, I even got a little parlay for this one. Um, I'm not doing myself dirty and giving myself a heart attack and banking on overtime for this one, but um, I like Derrick Henry 70 plus rushing yards because Commanders still have the worst rushing defense in the league. Um, I like Terry McLaurin 60 plus receiving yards, and then Zay Flowers 60 plus receiving yards. And let me go ahead and get you that total value for that. That gets you to a plus 475.
Not bad.
Not a bad little play. Especially with Zay
Yep.
Flowers, he's been the last couple weeks, I feel like he's been getting close to 100 every week.
Both teams are number one and two right now in the league in rushing. So it's going to be a slugfest track meet. I think Brian Robinson's going to have a hell of a game. I think Daniels. So I'm going to say I'm going to do a nice little parlay. Daniels and Lamar Jackson rushing TD, one each. And
Hmm.
I'd like to see what the odds are on that because I think that would be pretty profitable.
You said Daniels and Lamar.
Anytime rushing touchdown for each of them.
You're at plus 500 even.
I'll take that all day long.
I like that. I like that.
Not bad, boys. Next, we've got the Green Bay Packers hosting the Arizona Cardinals. They open up with a 5 point spread over under 47.5. Packers are favored here. This, to me, feels like one of those games the Cardinals shock everybody and come out and put up like 35 points and beat the other team. On the road, it might be a little different, but here I don't see why the Packers are so favored heavily. Um, as we know, Call of Duty 6 has not come out yet, so Kyler is still focused on football. This seems like a good game to bet on the Cardinals, wherever the money's at. And right here, it's the money line. So I'm actually taking the Cardinals to win this game.
Okay. I like that. I like that. Um, However, I think I might be on the opposite side of this. I'm kind of favoring the Packers on this one. Um, but go ahead and give me the over for Jayden Reed at 60.5 receiving yards. I just think the Packers do have a good enough defense, especially if they're going to be at home in a lot colder environment than where the Cardinals are used to playing. Um, so yeah, I like Jayden Reed. Shoot, I might even go for the 70 bomb at plus 125 for this one.
I like Green Bay on this one. They're once again, it's number 3 versus number 4 in rushing. Um, Defensives are pretty much at the bottom tier of the league, so that means a lot of points are going to get scored. Last time these guys played was back in October of 21. They scored over 45 points total, so we're almost to that over, right? Yep, 47 and a half. I think Reed has a great game. I think Josh Jacobs has a good game. Murray, I think he connects with Maserati Marv, and but I believe the Packers will cover that 5.
Good deal. This next game feels a little close to home for me. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are playing at the New Orleans Saints. 3.5 point spread over under 41.5 points. And the Buccaneers are favored on the road. Shout out to everybody in the Tampa Bay area going through Hurricane Milton right now. It's not necessarily hitting Tampa direct, but it's going just south near Sarasota. Got a lot of loved ones down there. But in this game, I do have the Buccaneers crushing the Saints. The Saints are fraudulent. They are done for. Derek Carr is sitting. They have Spencer Rattler starting. He's going to throw so many interceptions and look like dog shit. I would fade the Saints completely and just put everything on Baker. Baker might throw up 400 yards.
I say maybe even 500. He might pull Uncle Kirky 509, do a little Kirk dance.
Yeah, if
Uh,
they keep throwing the ball, I'm honestly gonna. Well, no, I'll save my prop for the week. I have it written down, but I definitely like Baker Mayfield in this game. I'll leave it at that.
his stats right now, he's almost 72%, almost 1,200 yards passing. His TD to INT ratio is 11 to 2. That's pretty damn good. Can't get much better than that.
Yeah,
Production is way there. I like the young Bucky Irving from Oregon. Go Ducks. I think he'll have a nice little game. I think he'll score his second touchdown. I think they roll. I think this is going to be an ass kicking. Not even going to be close. Derek Carr. I called these guys my put up or shut up team a couple of weeks ago. Did they have the juice to maybe be in Super Bowl contention? Not anymore. So Tampa Bay is totally in the driver's seat here. I think they're going to have a hell of a game down in New Orleans. They cover, cover, cover.
So I'm gonna buy some points on the spread here. It's
Okay.
at 3.5 right now. I can't adjust it at the moment. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be adjusted with this game with Spencer Rattler starting.
hmm
But I would like to buy a few points and maybe go -6.5.
What's Tampa Bay's first half score? Because I would definitely put good money on that they're going to cover first half, whatever it is. I know they break it down by halves.
They don't have it out yet. They have nothing because of, I think, just the changes today.
Changing the quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to
That one
adjust it.
I would keep my eye on that for a first half play. You know, you're not putting all your money in one basket, and if it doesn't hit, you got the whole rest of the game to
Right.
replenish. I do that a lot in hockey. So they call me Davy Ice. So
Mhm.
I'm a big first period guy. And if it doesn't hit, I let it ride. We got two
My favorite thing to bet in hockey is live over unders in the fourth or in the third period.
third period. Yeah. Mine's I'm a first period guy because then it's like, oh, if I don't get it, I put $5 or $10 on it. And
Mm.
okay, if I don't get it,
I
odds
look
are,
I look for the value plays. Like if it's like 3-2 in the third period and the over under is 6.5, I'm like
yeah.
you're banking on two more goals. So I'm always like, nah, I'm gonna hit the under.
But 9 times out of 10, they usually pull a goalie and, they score a junk goal. And then I sent you guys that thing about the Utah Hockey Club.
Was that for last night or was that for game one?
That was for last night.
Oh,
The guy that hit it was plus 2,000.
oh, nice. Did
Oh,
you put in?
wow.
So fuck, you put $1 on that or $5 on that, you're winning a couple $100. I was like, oh, if I would have put $20 on there, it would have been $500 winner.
Yeah.
Because all those guys, no one was less than 1,000.
That's crazy.
So
I didn't
even
see
if
it
you put
until it was
a
too late.
yeah. And then I was like, oh, do I put sprinkle something on there? Because even if you wanted to hedge your bet, you could have done $1, $2, and all
Mm-hmm.
down. Even if the math was right, you were still going to come out positive.
Yeah, not to interrupt real quick, but I'm looking at DraftKings right now. Why do they not have the Monday night football matchup on here?
Do they not?
At least on mine, I'm not seeing
Yours is all screwed up because it's Bills Jets.
Yeah,
it.
it's
Yeah,
not.
I know it. I know the game because I just had to double check. I'm like, there's Monday night football for sure, but I'm not seeing it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Close the app and come back in. While you're doing that, the next game is the Tennessee Titans hosting the Indianapolis Colts. Colts are dogs on the road somehow. Titans are favored by 2.5 points. It's a 43-point over under. This to me seems like easy money if you want to bet on Joe Flacco. They still haven't announced that Richardson's playing. So, I mean, give me Joe Flacco plus 3 passing touchdowns and give me that money line plus 114.
I'm right with you if Flacco is the quarterback. If Richardson is playing, this changes the game completely. Still haven't heard anything on Jonathan Taylor. I think this is going to be one of those games that I just do not touch this week until I hear about Joe Flacco. If I
Yeah,
hear Joe
Michael
Flacco
Pittman
is
is
the starter, I'm going Colts money line, and maybe a Joe Flacco 300.
Pittman is out this game, by the way.
It doesn't even matter.
Just pointing it out.
Yeah. Alex, oh, if Flacco is playing, Alec Pierce anytime touchdown plus 250. Go ahead and slot it in. Oh, they do have Richardson anytime on here though.
So maybe he's expected to play. I mean, I did read
Yeah.
that they said that he's going to be the starter when he's healthy. Like it's not Joe
Yeah.
Flacco.
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
said they should trade Joe Flacco to the Browns.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't need him.
They don't. Number one versus 32 defense. I can't believe the Colts are the 32nd defense. Kind of mind-boggling. What's the over under on this game? I think it's
43.
43. They cover that. Last year they were 50 plus. So, and that was where was this at? So,
I will say that I think the Titans defense has gotten a lot better since last year, especially
oh,
with Ladarius Need and
it has. That's why they're number one in the league right now. They're putting up major tackles and good defensive game scheme and all that stuff. So I like that Pierce play. That's a little sneaky.
Selfishly, I want to see a Pollard touchdown.
Yeah,
He's been kind of quiet.
Will Levis. What's going on with him?
Too much mayo, man. Too much mayo.
Yeah.
Either there or they gave him the wrong bottle of mayo, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, so moving on. We open we open up the 4 o'clock slate with what I would call a historic matchup here. We've got the Raiders hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. And the Steelers are favored on the road with a 3-point spread over under 36.5 points. And O'Connell is quarterbacking. They set Gardner Minshew. And as of right now, Justin Fields is still playing quarterback. This is going to be a booty cheeks game. I don't really want to touch this game, but I think the Steelers come out on top. If I'm doing anything, it's just TJ Watt sack. I don't even know if the line's up yet, but
Yeah, I like that.
nothing yet. But I will be looking at that later.
Let's say George Pickens touchdown. That's a nice anytime touchdown.
All right, just hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Las Vegas Raiders. Can anyone tell me what they are against the AFC North this year?
2-0.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Beat the
have slight
Broncos.
faith. I have slight faith in this Raiders team. Slight faith.
You're nuts.
But God fucking damn it, give me the under on Aiden O'Connell passing yards under 175 and a half.
That's so
He's gonna get
ugly.
absolutely fucking smothered.
What's
No
his
Devontae Adams. He's got Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers is gonna get locked up. I'm sounding like a goddamn Steelers fan right now. God damn it. But
The
easiest
lad
bet
would
of
not
the
be very happy with you, Mr. Park. You
well,
or you.
you know, told the lad he shouldn't have gone to the Diddy party, but
I'm taking O'Connell over 1 interception.
I like a Najee Harris touchdown.
okay, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
I think he's gonna break his streak of being shitty.
In all honesty, though, hold on, let me look up my Chris Boswell kicks. Um, Chris Boswell easily gonna get over 1.5 field goals in this game. Let's just be real.
You know me and my kicking bets. You know I am hammering that over.
Now that I'm looking at this, I'm debating whether I like the field goals made better or if I like the kicking points better. Because the
It's
kicking
just,
points is over 6.5. So he's just got to kick 2 field goals.
What's
Or
not
if they get a touchdown, I mean, there's
but it's
one
the
point to kick.
same. It's the same. But technically, you're asking for more for the kicking points. There's no extra value for them to make a PAT. So really, you should be doing
correct?
field goals made because field goals made is 1.5, whereas kicking points is technically 2 field goals and a PAT or 3 field goals.
Yeah,
So you might as well stick with the field goals made. It's the same value.
yeah, you're not wrong, I guess.
No, I'm not wrong.
I'm gonna do one better because I think I'm just looking at the stats. Najee Harris has got no TDs so
He
far.
sucks.
I think this is a game where he gets two touchdowns and he's plus 800.
You're disgusting.
Let's see here. We put a nice 20 spot on it. That's 180 bucks. Let's lock it in.
Gross.
Let's do a 10 spot. 10 to win 90. I think you can
Okay.
do
To
two
be
touch.
honest with you, I think if the lad was here, he would say,
You
you know what,
fuck.
this is gonna be a tie.
It's gonna be a tie.
This feels like a tie game. But all right, next game. We got the Denver Broncos hosting the Chargers. We get the Bo Nix versus Justin Herbert matchup again. Oregon versus Auburn. Broncos are underdogs at home, 3-point spread over under 35.5 points. This game is going to probably be another ugly game, but I like anything J.K. Dobbins in this.
Okay. Okay. I like the J.K. Dobbins anytime. However, I'm siding with the public on this one. Public's 53% tickets on Denver, 47 on the Chargers. Denver is the underdog at home. Denver's defense has been phenomenal this year. I don't think the Chargers offense is that great still. They're coming off a bye week as well. I'm going to go ahead and take the Denver Broncos money line at plus 124.
Wow.
They're on a
Wow.
3-game winning streak too.
Wow.
I think our other buddy, the Lad McConkey, has over 50 yards receiving. It's a nice plus 115. I think he might get over 60, and then it goes to one plus 190.
You gonna
So
ladder it?
yeah.
You climb the ladder.
You can't say, yeah, no, climb the ladder on it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I should do there. Um, what else was I gonna say about this game? It's in Denver, Mile High City.
It's another divisional game too, so that's what had me really worried about the spread.
It was what's the spread was
3.
3. The I think the under is a possibility too. But last year, 16-9, their last meeting. That's pretty poopy, dog poopy. So that means a lot of field goals and a touchdown.
Yucks.
Whoever their field goal kickers are.
Dicker the
Definitely.
kicker, baby.
Yep.
And Will Lutz.
Well, lots. So yeah, I would definitely go under on this game. That's what I gotta say on this one.
Yeah, I think both of these offenses are attending the Diddy party as well for this game. They're going to come in just drunk out of their mind,
They have
not
the
being able to move
31st.
the ball, nothing. Denver's
They,
going to get, some crazy interception, getting field goal range. It's going to be a
mm,
low scoring game.
1
they
second.
have the 31st and the 28th offensive, respectively. That's pretty dog shit. So where do those points come from? Defense, special teams? Yeah, your
Pretty
field goal.
much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
That's a tail of the tape right there. You have the bottom tier offensive teams, you're going to get defensive or special teams points.
Yeah. Hopefully Dylan's not taking a phone call. I already know who's on the line.
The lad?
No, I don't think it's the lad. I did send a lad still an invite in case he wanted to just pop in out of nowhere. But I think he's getting a call from jail right now.
I know exactly what time it is. I look down at the thing and I go, "You got to be shitting me." Oh, here he is.
I
Want
had
to
to
hear the
pause it.
excuse?
Did you have to
No, I
take a
had
phone
to.
call real quick?
No, Caitlin, I had to pause the TV.
You had to
Was
pause the TV?
oh,
I thought
take
Diddy
a
was
call
calling.
from Andrew Barry.
No. All right, next game. Another poopy game. We've got the Carolina Panthers hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Panthers are dogs at home with a 6-point spread over under 47 points. I'm going to buy a couple points and say the Falcons win by more than 6 points.
They win by more than 6 points, you said?
Yep. Probably going to
Okay.
be closer to 9.5.
I'm gonna go all the
I
way up
like
to
it.
that one.
Yeah, I like Dylan's 9.5 spread on that. Do you know what the value is on that?
At the very moment, we're
I'm
looking
looking it
at,
up. Plus 148.
yeah,
Yeah, I do like that a lot. Um, yeah, I'm gonna stick with you at that plus 9.5. I think the Falcons offense has been awesome. Um, I know the Falcons are heavily betted on uh by the public, understandably so. Um, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna go 9.5 with you on that. I don't even know if I want to touch a prop on this one other than
I'd love to see a Bijan Mustard touchdown. It's been a while.
Ooh,
It's been like
yeah.
3 weeks.
yeah.
Shoot. Honestly, if you want to throw me a prop on this one, fuck. Give me a Chuba Hubbard anytime. I think that's going to be Panthers' only points again this week is Chuba Hubbard.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to go with that. I think I'm just going to go with that 9.5 and just live with it.
I'm
Okay.
gonna bump that up to 10 because your odds go up exponentially. I think
How
it
much does it go up?
hmm, like 40.
Mm, mm. I'll take the 9.5.
I also like Kirk Cousins to have another breakout game, so whatever his passing yards are, he goes definitely over that. So those are my two picks for this game, and Atlanta covers by 2 scores.
There we
Now
go.
it would be cool this game because I think this would be the game that the Falcons are winning by so much. We get to see our first Michael Penix action.
That'd be
Ooh,
sick.
Yeah, if they gave you the option for it, I actually would bet Michael Penix passing yards. But I think this is going to be the game we get a little taste of him.
That'd be sweet. I hope
yeah.
they do mix them in.
I give
You'd
old
probably
Kirk
probably
like
get the crowd pumped, right?
yeah,
I mean,
I mean, and they're on the road, so
oh, yeah, true, true,
yeah.
true.
They're at Bank Life.
I was gonna say, I mean, shoot, Carolina's. Well, I don't know. Are the Carolinas going to be worse with the hurricane than Atlanta? No.
No,
No,
Oh,
this is
shoot, some
all
Atlanta. I was gonna say some Atlanta fans might drive up there for the dollar tickets.
yeah. The Hurricane Milton is only in the Tampa area.
yeah, it just cut through the Central Florida region.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now what they need to do with the dollar tickets, they need to have the dollar beer. That's how you're gonna fill up those seats.
Yeah,
Now that's an idea.
I was gonna
we're gonna
say,
see what
ask Mr. Wahoo how that went.
Yeah, well, that was
we're gonna
10
see
seats.
what Jimmy Haslam does if the Browns keep losing. It should be dollar beers.
No, for our pain and suffering, he should offer dollar gas for Pilot.
Yeah.
I am waiting until like the week before about Chiefs tickets because before the season started, those were like the hottest tickets of the season for the Browns at least.
Oh
And now
yeah.
I'm feeling like our tickets are gonna be so cheap, it's not even worth getting them right now. Because I still want to go see Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and hope that Taylor comes, but um, you know,
I think she'll be there. I'm more excited to see Jason
oh,
and Big Ed. Uh,
oh,
Oh
and
yeah,
maybe
I was gonna say he'll 100% be at the game.
yeah,
and I heard MGK might be there.
as he should.
Did you see he played Shaker Heights' homecoming?
Did he?
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
sick.
that's cool.
I was like, I saw the picture and the video of it, and they're like trying to hold all these teeny boppers back, and it's like he's just up there on a little beat, like a little like 5x5 little table, just spitting. I
That's
was-
awesome.
what was I gonna say? Going back to this game. Oh yeah, back to your thing. I wanted Tua to be a thing because the Browns versus the Dolphins last game of the season, you know.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, that's you couldn't give those tickets away. I think they'll go for like 50 cents. The service fees will be more than what the tickets are worth.
Yeah, I'm curious right now what we're looking at for Chiefs tickets. Still probably in like the 60, 70 range. Let me check.
You think we should go to that?
I want to.
I
I
know
was gonna
you.
say shit. We can at least make some content.
Yeah. We could do little interviews in the pit or the Muni lot. Couple of
There we
drinking.
go.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Sorry, I'm just checking it out. What day is that?
Sunday, the 15th.
Of December?
Yep. It's their second to last home game because their last home game is
This is the
Dolphin,
tailgate. Here it is.
the 29th.
At this very moment, the cheapest ticket, Jesus Christ, $80. It'll go down.
It'll go. Yep.
I was gonna say that's still not bad
No,
That's
for a
not bad at
Browns
all.
game. That's not bad.
it's gonna go down.
Do you know who has the work tickets for that, D-man?
No.
I was gonna say we should get in contact with them because I don't think anybody's gonna wait wanting to one go to that game because they suck, and two, no one goes to those games if it's cold out, rainy
I
out.
do.
Can't say I
I
blame
I
do.
him.
know you do, but I know
Some of the best games I've ever gone to were in the cold,
Oh yeah,
but that's besides the point. So our last game of the 4 o'clock slate, we do have the Dallas Cowboys hosting the Detroit Lions, America's game. The Cowboys are dogs at home, 3-point spread, over under 52 points. What do you think, boys? We're in Jerry's land. What do you think what Jerry's world, what do you think's gonna happen?
I think Jared Goff's gonna come in and bring some havoc.
That'd be great.
Yeah, I think Jerry's gonna try to land his helicopter in the middle of the game, and Cowboys are somehow gonna it's gonna be bad juju for the Cowboys. Granted, they won last week when he landed his plane on or not plane, his helicopter, I should say, on the practice field. So maybe if he does that again, maybe Cowboys money line, but I'm feeling the Lions on this one.
Yeah, -3. That's doable.
We are still without Micah Parsons. I do like a David Montgomery to anytime.
I
Seems
like a Zeke
automatic.
Elliott anytime as well. I think he needs. I
Ooh,
think he's still got something in the tank.
That is gross.
yeah, that I was gonna say that is disgusting.
I
The
think he's
money,
gonna
What's the
the
vulture
money,
one.
value on that?
I say the
Plus
money's probably
210.
there.
Yeah, I think he's gonna vulture one from Dow. I think Dow's gonna take it 95% of the way. They're gonna get down in the red zone. He's gonna get gassed. Who do you put in? Bowling ball with legs. Mr. Elliott. Double E. Just boom. Right up the gut. 4-yard touchdown.
I like it. Um, I don't really have much else in that game except it's Lions all the way. So give me that money line. But the Sunday night game here, I wish it could have been swapped out for another game, possibly Ravens Commanders.
They were trying to flex this game.
Yeah. So we've
And
got the
network said no.
New York Giants hosting the Cincinnati Bengals. Giants are dogs at home, 3.5-point spread, 48-point over under. This seems like a get right game for the Bengals, although the Giants have been playing all right. They're coming off a win last week. I think Malik Nabers is back this week, so that could help the Giants a little bit. But I'm staying away from this Sunday night game, except maybe the under 48.
So I'm gonna 100% bet this game. I like the Bengals adjusted spread at -6.5. That's valued at plus 144. Make it interesting. Fuck it. Yeah. Bengals -6.5.
See, my thing is, I think that we're still a better team than the Bengals as the Browns, and the Giants came in and made us look stupid. I'm just afraid that's going to happen here. That's why I'm not touching it, except maybe the under, but I don't know.
I think Joe Burrow's gonna air the ball out to his playmakers. I like a nice prop play. Jamar Chase over 80 yards and T. Higgins over 60 yards plus 380.
Not bad.
I like that.
I think the lad would say Jamar Chase anytime touchdown here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like that as well.
He had a great week for me in one fantasy, and then uh the calm day at Azar, Mr. Mike Harris had him, and he had like 50 points against me in our work league. I was like, this is so unfair.
I haven't had any big weeks like that yet, where someone in one league for me has done well, but somebody in our league had him as well.
Mm-hmm. Because you want to be
Um,
consistent, Masters. At least
yeah.
try to be.
So we finish off the week on Monday. It's the New York Battle. This game last year was probably one of the best games of the year, even though it was one of the worst games of the year. Oh, wait, no, wait. Yeah, that was last
Yep.
year.
It
Because
was
this
last
was, I
year.
think,
It was in November. It was right before Thanksgiving. It
yeah.
was the week
Um,
before Thanksgiving.
we've got the New York Jets hosting the Buffalo Bills. Jets are underdogs at home, 2.5 point spread, over under 41. Boys, Bob Salah is gone. Interim coach. We've
Um,
seen we've seen a lot of interim coaches win their first game as head coach. To me, this ain't that game. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to come in and scramble Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. It's a 2.5 point spread. I'd like to buy a point or two and make that maybe even 3.5 or 4.5. I think the Bills win this game by more than one touchdown, but I'll play it safe.
Yeah,
um,
on the other hand, I'm going to live a little bit more on the edge. I'm going to basically go with the same way I went with the Bengals. Go ahead and give me the Bills at -6.5 for plus 182.
There you go.
by a couple of points, I'd say go all the way up to a touchdown. Screw it. It's Monday night. Robert Salah is gone. Josh Allen has a fantastic game. Aaron Rodgers questionable. Who's driving the ship there in East Rutherford, New Jersey?
Part of me thinks that he's going to go out in some point of this game and Tyrod Taylor has to fill in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely could see that as well. Um, yeah, I don't think this game's going to be too close. To an extent, I hope I'm wrong because I love a good night Monday night football, especially while we're recording. Hopefully, watching a close game at the end. Because if it's a
hmm
blowout, we're going to be recording it pretty early on. I feel like this is going to be a pretty early recording night for us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure for you guys. And then I'm just looking at the stats. I think Josh Allen gets pulled. Mitchell Trubisky, pride of Mentor, Ohio, comes in. And I'm still kind of on the fence. Does Josh Allen keep scoring tutties, or does he throw his first interception of the year?
Ooh, he hasn't thrown one yet.
Nope.
No,
He's 8-0.
no.
So anytime interception from him is a little dicey. I would put $5 on it, see what happens.
What is it
Let it
at?
play out. Let's see.
That's
I'm
only
curious
minus
about that.
130.
Okay.
I hate to
Uh,
hate
His
to go.
passing yards are 207. Honestly, I would parlay his passing yards over,
Yeah.
ironically enough, one interception and just leave it at that. It's plus 136.
Oh yeah. Put $5 on it.
Yeah.
and Sauce Gardner's good because I know he got hurt in that London game, but I think
Mhm.
he's good to go.
I think he's good going. I think that's the person he'll be little, Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, I see it either being him or I think it's DJ Reed. I think
Yep.
is their other corner. Yeah, very slept on corner in the league.
Well, that wraps up week 6, boys. In the books. We
In the
can't wait to
books.
watch it with you guys. Can't wait to talk about bets. Head over to our Instagram and our Twitter to find our bets from us three and the lad whenever he is found in Texas. Um, I think we're going to be very profitable this week. I think we're going to have fun with it. We do have a great college football slate on Saturday.
This is the week of weeks.
This is the week. And the Guardians, I hope well, at this point, I hope they do have
Have
a
to.
game 5.
Yeah.
That's going to interrupt, though. It's going to interrupt this beautiful slate.
That and October. Like, I love fall baseball. It
Mm-hmm.
and that derails, but I will say we will not have any football from here on out for the rest of the year.
Yes, sir.
Yesterday was the first college slate. There was a couple games last night. There's a couple games tonight. Got the NFL and college tomorrow, or in the multiverse. This is Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think New Mexico State's playing right now.
The
Actually,
Lobos are playing, yes.
Yeah, the money line's gross right now.
it looks like my Mets money line is gonna hit.
They took care of business.
Yeah.
Frank the Tank from Barstool is probably gonna have a coronary if they fucking beat the fucking Phillies.
Although, who's up to bat? Is Nick Castellanos up to bat with Hurricane Milton going on?
Ooh,
No.
2 runners on base too. Oh shit. Hold on. Let me throw a little something in there.
Let's go over to Barstool live feed.
Live. Oh, it won't let me bet it. No. It won't let me bet it.
Really?
Oh no.
Who's up?
I thought you said Nick Castellanos was up.
No, I said we gotta see where Castellanos is up.
Oh.
They're at the
I thought
bottom
he
of the
was.
lineup.
They're at the bottom of the lineup right now.
Oh yeah, no shot.
Nah. But there's 0 outs. So they could go on a run here, get a couple. Well, no, not even because you know what though? Could be Schwarber because Clemens is up now pinch hitting. Then you have Marsh, then Schwarber. Schwarber could hit a grand slam. Can you bet on that or no?
Bryce Harper.
That's that would be way too far. That'd be like 5 bats in.
5 bats in, yeah. What do you think about Frankie Lindor hitting the grand slam?
That was crazy. But he's actually Francisco Lindor. He doesn't like Frankie.
Well, I forgot you had a time with him once upon
Mr.
a time.
Smile.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Brandon, close us out.
All right. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you like and subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you're following us wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that's Spotify or Apple Podcast. And if you have a problem with gambling, make sure you call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please
Bring home the
gamble
lad. Please bring home the
responsibly
lad.
and bring home the lad. Hopefully, he is not in Area 51 right now. We can only hope.
Hopefully he's not in Hurricane Milton.
That too. That too.
Or a brotheler in jail.
You're just gonna hear him in the middle of the hurricane. Crew money line.
True money line. Woo!
I'm
Go
gonna
Guards, go Bucks, and fucking hopefully the Browns score some points.
All right.
peace.
Peace, guys.
Peace.